your perfect formula. Receipts, proof, timeline, screenshots, everything to prove that you are a bully and a unbelievable.
Welcome back to the Gypverse, and today I'm just going to start off by saying I slept when I came home yesterday. Didn't look at one Gypsy Rose, nothing. Nothing. Because my last video was going off of a few hours of sleep and being up for almost 24 hours, and that is not a good combination. And this video is going to be, we're going to be up in this video, no down. And I want to go over a video and comment what we're all thinking and been wanting to say. And Cinnamon Toast Ken, he does a great job. He really does. He always does great videos, but some of the younger kids in his section, comment section, they do come out in the comments. She was a survivor. She was a victim. No, she wasn't. So, let's see what Ken had to say. Okay, before we get into Ken and Dane, let me explain her story on TikTok and Instagram. Because, you know, I swear this chick is why I'm up and down, up and down, up and down. But let's get into it because she's really gonna... It kind of gets you, maybe I'm crazy from it. It's making me cuckoo. For real. Okay. Let's get into her recent story. Listening to Gypsy creators, I'm saying Gypsy because I am not part of a Gypverse. She wants that. She wants Gypverse. I'm not in your verse. Nowhere do I ever want to be associated in a Gypverse. Okay. Listening to creators explain Munchausen by proxy girl, can't you ever do anything without... She does this crap on purpose. You will never convince me. It's like it is. She meant to say it is, or it's like watching someone read a Wikipedia headline. A Wikipedia headline? And suddenly think they're a specialist. First of all, Gypsy, that would be you. This is rich. You know what I think? It's crazy to think that somebody who is a murderer can get up here who lied about their mother for a defense tactic so they wouldn't have to do time, still had to do a little and whined and cried on every single documentary. It wasn't fair that you got the time you did. You didn't feel you deserved it. Why did you ask Christy how her and Rod could still love you after what they found out about you? If you're so innocent and did nothing wrong in this situation... Oh, my cat's at my plants. Hold on. Sorry. Okay, sorry. Had to let him out. I let him in the window. He likes plants. But if you did nothing wrong in that situation, why would you ask them that? Why would you say, how can you still love me after knowing what I did? You wouldn't even think to ask it. That would be the furthest from your mind. For me, that's what I would think. But the fact that you are a murderer sitting up here who got by with murder as a defense tactic and have nailed that defense tactic down as, that's my story. And then with that story, change that story 1,000 times and get up here and speak on Munchausen by proxy that you never experienced. It's like watching a kid who was sick get treated and tested until what they could figure out was wrong with them was finally figured out. And then they cry Munchausen because they got caught murdering their mom. Because you know what? Their little plan to frame Nick didn't quite work out. That kind of sucked for you. Okay, stick to the people who actually have a degree from a prestige university. Celine Beth has what again? I'm sorry. Her actual trauma specialty she has was a 10-hour course online. The rest of it is true crime, storytelling, journalism, whatever. Okay. And then let's get to your new bestie. Oh gosh, Andrea Dunlop. You guys deserve each other. Yes. This is a woman who turned on her own sister. Her sister was vindicated, was found not guilty, even sued the city and won. And she still goes and talks about her sister, became infatuated with it, really, kind of like how you are. Became infatuated with it and has made her entire career off of her sister's story, even though, let me ask you this, Gypsy. Her sister was found innocent, right? Do you think it's fair then that she continues to bash and bash and bash and pretend to be this expert? Because the expert who said her sister had MVP wasn't qualified. They weren't certified. They did not have the credentials. They were a doctor, but you have to do 3 years and get schooling to become somebody who looks for the MVP in children who are getting ABUSED by parents. And it is rare. And you know what's sad about that? They don't go in looking to make sure the kid's okay and they're just sick and this is, no. They go in looking straight up for, nope, they're an ABUSER, ABUSER, ABUSER. Why? Because they want to write their books. They want to, every one of them want to be the expertise in the field. You think you are a murderer who never was actually a victim of MVP. You project what you are. That is what everybody sees. Everybody. You think, I can't wait to show this part from Ken, Cinnamon Toast Ken, because it is the truth. Okay. And ignore the noise from people cosplaying as professionals whose entire resume is
darling. I swore I needed value to protect both of us. I'll always try and be a better person and be better to you. I know that I've put you through a lot of different things. Like the master brought it to my attention that during one of my freakouts, I had forced you to go out in a blizzard. And I want you to know I'm so sorry. I didn't realize that till recently. So I won't put you through any more of that kind of crap. I promise. I have no doubts at all anymore. I know that we'll get through anything. And I'll do my thing, honey. Happy birthday to you. Yes, that's my sense of humor. I love you so much, and if you were here, I would be making you a very, very nice birthday cake, and with my birthday cake, I make it a rum square cake. No, it does not have apple.
Thank you, GRBsnark. Here we go. Here we go. Oops, that was a oopsie. But the biggest cosplay of all, Gypsy, was this. You pretending to be a mentally delayed, handicapped child when you were definitely not. For attention and gifts and trips of money. Oh yeah, and mommy's love. You said it, not us. I haven't seen these and want to share these before we get into the roast of the year, in my opinion. But you know, I've read a lot of Emma Rose comments and a lot of the FOIA document posts and messages, and I feel like we pretty much covered a lot of that. I don't want to keep going over the same thing, but I have not saw this. I have not. No. October 20th, 2014. I just want to take Nick with me and together go to the planet Florfluga? Is that Florida? Florida. I think my butt is safe, but Lord knows I had a scare. Hashtag Hindi of a beach. A beach. You know, beach. Waves and sun. Allie says, everything okay? Gypsy says, yeah, just a crazy bee trying to ruin my life. Nick says, baby, you know I would go anywhere with you, as you said. The same of me. Heart. Gypsy, yes, darling, heart. Then guess what she says? Nothing is going to get in my way. October 22nd, 2014, feeling motivated. And guess what? This plan had been going in place. Now, Nick said she's only told us about one incident where she tried taking her mother out. And that's when she picked up the BB. It was a pellet GUN, not BBs. Metal pellets. And shot her. And then picked a dagger up and chased her through the house. And, you know, to the bathroom. Dee Dee went, sat on the toilet. She's bleeding. She even went to the ER. She had to get all fixed up, right? She had to get a couple pellets taken out of her because it's like shrapnel. Okay. Chased her to the bathroom and held her hostage there. That's basically what she did. She wouldn't let Dee Dee go anywhere. For whatever reason, Gypsy didn't take that knife that day and just go for it. When she realized that the pellet gun wasn't real, I think she thought, oh crap, Mama knows. But that's the only time that we know of, other than the actual act. But he said there is two other times Gypsy tried to kill Dee Dee. And she's only shared one with the public. Why don't you let us know what that is, Nick? Was it in 2014? I wonder what it could have been. There's so many options that they went over. Who knows? Who knows? I might go looking through the document, see what I can find around October, and see if anything pops up that would make sense and be like, oh, crap. Because I guarantee you will find something. Yeah, so this has made my day. I'm not even going to lie. I listened to it on the way to pick up my son, and I was angry that it was only 20 minutes long. I wish it was like 2 hours long because I could listen to him roast her all day. I love both them. I love both of them. Yeah, Dane and Ken, they are hilarious.
I have unfortunate news for everyone. We can no longer make fun of Gypsy Rose Blanchard because God is now on her side. I have unfortunate news for everyone. We can no longer make fun of Gypsy Rose Blanchard because God is now on her side. And he says, we can't.
She's okay. Everything's fine now. None of the past, nothing. It's all forgiven. I'm sad.
Me too.
Past. Nothing.
Let me.
Okay. Honestly, Mary gave him like the updates on what's recently going on with Gypsy. I'm going to take you through a couple clips, a few. I could react to this entire video. I'm not even going to lie. I just love them. But I won't. It'll take too long. And I know I'm trying to listen to some of the comments. A lot of people want maybe my videos broken up, or some want them long like they are, and then some want me to do a live and then add these after the live. Like, I'm trying new things, y'all. So we're not going to be doing like crazy long video tonight. How about that? I don't know. I'm trying here. I'm trying to take advice and help respond and make everybody happy. But God's on her side. We've been saying she's been hiding behind religion. Right? That's what she's doing. We've said it. I'm just glad that the younger generation is going to see this. He has 4 million subscribers. 4.3 million subscribers. And they are a young following. A lot of them. I love their content. But a lot of the younger following, they were very defensive of a few of his Gypsy videos. So I don't care. I think it helps. And he might be saying this in funny, like, you know, funny and hilarious ways, but they're true.
24th, 2025, Gypsy officially completed her parole. She was done with it, and she got out of prison December 28th, 2023. If my notes are correct here, Mary's giving me notes. You know how I am. So anyway, while she was on parole, she had a bunch of restrictions, like she couldn't live with her boyfriend Ken or Ryan. Oh well, could she live with Ryan? Actually, I think she could live with Ken. I know that.
Yeah, because she was married to Ryan.
Yeah, right, exactly. Right, that's her husband.
Ryan wouldn't allow it until he did.
Oh,
No, Ken, she could. She could not live with Ken. Ryan wouldn't allow it. And by the way, you guys, Gypsy only married Ryan to get parole. You know, I know in the state of Missouri, sorry. I don't know where she came out of prison at now. You know what? I don't even know. I'm going to be honest. My mind is mush. It's mush with her. She was on parole in Louisiana. Shoo! Okay. She was on parole in Louisiana, but did her time in Missouri. In Missouri, you have to do 85% of your time to even be eligible to get out on parole, you know? She did. I don't even know if she had to see a parole board for the 8.5 years she did, because she did 85% of her time. Y'all can let me know in the comments below. I'm just saying, she did have to have like a place set up, and she kept telling all these men she talked to she needed to get married for parole. But hey, she don't use people, gaslight, manipulate, con. No. And if she did, it's forgiven now. It's God's burden, not hers. She don't got to worry about it. God took care of it for her. She can do whatever she wants and hand it over to God later.
Immediately after that, she completed her parole, she started embracing some new freedoms, like going and getting drunk and going live on TikTok.
Gypsy Rose got drunk on TikTok live last night.
Oh, yes.
Should we do a BJ shot?
Yes. Already did. Yes.
No, you
do it.
Whoa!
Awesome. Man. Look how easy that
The BJ shot. She's like, I already do those. Wink. Goodness gracious.
Jeez. Yeah, she wasn't allowed to do that before. Now she's
she's partying up, having a good
indulging.
time. That's fine. You know, it's all good. People go out and have a good drink. Apparently, the friend that she's with is drinking is her best friend Bree, who was recently arrested on drug possession.
What?
All right, so Bree was arrested.
Hold on, I gotta interrupt. Bree was arrested again. Yes, Ken and Dane. You know, I got trolled by y'all a few months ago. I saw Ken do a video trying to set Dane up saying he was single. I believed it because I think Dane is freaking awesome. I was like, he's not single. I'll be hitting up Dane's DMs. I love Dane and Ken. Ken's just married, so, but Dane, honestly, his attitude and his personality, I just adore him. I'm not lying. So I really believe that, Ken. That was not cool. Anywho, back. I'm sorry. Yes, side rants. That's how we are here on this channel. I know it does. I know y'all don't like it, some of you, and some of you love it, and I love y'all for it. But Brie got arrested again, February 4th. 6 different warrants. And it totaled up to, I think, 2,300 or 1,300, something like that. It was a lot. She spent the night in jail, and her mommy and daddy, I guess, came and got her. I don't know. Somebody. So in the past month, 5 weeks, the past 5 weeks, she got caught driving again. Brie, what are you doing? And then she had warrants. Audrey, go to Audacious Audrey. She has all the updates on that. I'm not going to get into Brie because I don't care. I just don't care. They make a valid point here. This is Gypsy's best friend and who she allows her child to be around. This isn't a simple, oh, I drove and, you know, I didn't have insurance. Whoopsie. I accidentally didn't have tags. Whoopsie. I accidentally didn't have a driver's license. Whoopsie. I accidentally didn't have math. Now, she didn't have any more rug charges that I've seen, but she did have 6 new charges. And February 23rd, she goes to court for these. So, yeah, we'll see. And then the last charges, that's in April. It'll take a while, y'all. She's going to drag it out till she can't no more. And I bet you, I wonder how that works when you out on bond, a cash bond, but they don't get that money back. Let me know in the comments below because I don't know. But, you know, they put up like 25, almost 3K in December to get her out. It was cash, and she got in trouble again. I bet they lost that bond. Sheena, how you going to bury yourself? Dang.
On December 27th, 2025 in La Forge, LA, after being pulled over for no taillight, which then led to a search of her vehicle, resulting in meth possession charge, among other charges. According to the official police narrative, Brie was observed to be moving frantically and nervously when speaking to Deputy Cortez. Heinz.
I always think of Heinz ketchup whenever. I'm so glad they did that. But let me tell you what they think about Brie. Let me skip to that. I don't want to do too much of their video because I don't want to get a copyright strike. They're going to be like, hey. Oh, wait. I got to share this one part.
To a friend due to an emergency. When asked what the emergency was, she said that she was a big advocate of Gypsy Rose and that she needed to get to Rose's sister. And she was unable to provide a direct answer regarding the claim of the emergency. And then Deputy Cortez requested the driver's license a second time, which she fully displayed on her cell phone. She had a picture of it.
Okay.
And then they were verifying it, verifying the validity of the license plate.
I thought they made a different comment. It's at the end of it, but about Gypsy Rose. Honestly, why did you think that would help, Brie? She is a M-U-R-D-E-R-E-R. She is a mommy M-U-R-D-E-R-E-R.
Like, it's fine. Gypsy's just going out trying to have a good time with, you know, the alleged best friend who's got meth.
And apparently she had enough to share.
Yeah, with the entire crew, the whole entire FBI. She had enough to share with all of them. They also go on to say, this is the type of people she's hanging around with. But hey, it's in God's hands. It's their, it's God's burden now. It's not hers. No.
And she's officially finished with taking any kind of accountability for her part in the murder, and God has forgiven her.
So the one thing that I am leaving behind this year is the need to explain myself and my past, because the fact is, no one needs access to my thoughts, my emotions, or my healing. And that is something that I am learning to put in God's hands.
What?
Yes, her new cosplay now, her new persona is Christian Grifting. You see, God has forgiven her for what has happened, and now she doesn't have to talk about it.
I've never heard of that, Christian Grifting. They're right. They're right. And then they go on to read this. Girl, you have some splaining to do. Not anymore. It's in God's hands. It's no longer my burden. And see what they say. I'm going to show you what they say to this. Dane. Wait. Let's watch this first.
Gypsy, you are a young woman who only wants to live in love, and you have achieved it. You are a role model for young people who have also made mistakes but still live their happy endings. It's like, thank you for the reply. Everyone should get a second chance. And then this one's right here, like, girl, you got some explaining to do. And Gypsy Rose responded, said, not anymore. This is no longer my burden.
Oh.
She has been freed.
Wow.
She has ascended.
You know what? Legally, they let her out. So, I mean, I guess she is good.
And so she's gonna be doing, podcasts coming soon.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. Gypsy Rose podcast.
No.
We all feel you, Dane and Kim. We feel you. Wait a minute. I never saw this comment before. I don't go look at her pages. I might, if I can't find it on Snark to show you guys. I don't follow her. I don't get notifications, updates, nothing. I go searching other ways because she's not getting my view. No. But it says, and I guess this was just a day ago, Gypsy, you are a young woman who only wants to live in love, and you have achieved it. This is older because has to be, because that post is older. Yeah, okay. This is just screenshots Mary took for him, probably. You're probably going to hear my grandkids in the back playing, and they yell a lot. You're a role model for young people who have also made mistakes, but still live their happy ending. Sad face. Thank you, Gypsy said. She just mentioned this in the podcast with Andrea Dunlop. Her happy ending. This is our role model for the youth that we have preached over and over and over. She shouldn't be on social media. She shouldn't. She is now grifting off of the kind-hearted people from churches, the people who know that it's a sin to not forgive and help when someone needs help, etc. It's a word for me. Blah, blah, blah. She is the new Christian scammer. And it's funny, this was said in her comments because she said it in the podcast with Andrea Dunlop. Let's take a listen to that really fast, and then we'll come back to the roast of Ken and Dane.
Room and say what we're thankful for. And I was saying how, I've come to my dad with some really heavy stuff, and he has given me really solid advice. He is not the type of person to beat around the bush. He doesn't sugarcoat anything, and he'll tell it how it is. And he holds me accountable. Sometimes I need people to hold me accountable while I'm going through this growth stage of my life. Going back to the upbringing where it's kind of like you do kind of put excuses. Oh, well, I grew up this way, so that's why I am this way, and they're like, that doesn't give you an excuse to be that way now. So, they hold me 100% accountable.
I'm going to be completely honest. I don't know if I believe that. I do believe Rod has at times, and I believe Mia has, because she has spoke. She has spoke up. I don't think Christy does. I don't know. I take that back, because I did see in the emails where Christy was just blatantly calling her out and told her she was being ridiculous about needing security at the football game with Taylor Swift. Christy can see through her, but she plays along for that cha-ching. Christy's all about the cha-ching. And they hide behind Christianity too, Christy and Rod do. Rod's a serial cheater. Christy, she had affairs. She just drinks her wine and pops her Xanax and just overlooks it all. I don't know. I know she hated Dee Dee from the beginning. We can see that in every documentary, every single interview she's did, but yet when you look at all of their conversations her and Dee Dee had, it was all love. Dee Dee extending an olive branch every single time they spoke about spending time together. They're a happy family. They built this family together. And Christy agreed. Let's not forget Gypsy sent Rod inappropriate messages and nude photos. Let's not forget that. And Christy overlooks that too. Dee Dee spoke to her about it. Mia saw it. Oh, let's blame it on Aaliyah. You don't get held accountable, Gypsy. You do not. And she wasn't a kid when that happened. She was an adult. Breathe, Mandy. Breathe. Because it's hard to breathe sometimes when I hear this.
As well, and that helps me grow. And then my wonderful boyfriend Ken, who is the father of our child, Aurora, he has been so supportive, and he is the best dad.
Man.
And it is so beautiful watching us have this sort of life that I always imagined for myself. And it's kind of like, is this really my life right now?
Yes.
Do I really have, the dad that I wanted the relationship with, the sister, the brother, the mom, the, boyfriend, the baby, like the dog, like it's all a happy ending to a tragic story.
A happy ending to a tragic story. Didn't matter. Don't matter who I got to take out. As I just showed you, in her post in 2014, not even 6 months before the crime, about 6 or 7 months before she actually had Nick do it, because she, I guess, attempted twice and failed. And we know of at least once. She spoke about it several times, just lied about how, to make herself look better. She always tries to push herself away from any involvement of wrongdoing. Doesn't take accountability. Never takes accountability for anything. But, she had to take her mom out to have this fairy tale. This happy ever after that she so longed for. You could have had it before, Gypsy. You didn't have to take your mother out. Rod could have been in your life if he wanted to. When are you going to get it through your head? Let me hold your hand while I say this, Gypsy. And no, don't touch me. Your daddy didn't want you around. Your father paid your mother every month. Pretty good, too. To take care of you. I can't rewind. My grandkids just came in. They do this to me every time. Oh, Rod. If he wanted to be there, he would. I'm just going to get down to the point. Your dad didn't. He paid your mother to take care of you and keep you there so he wouldn't have to. Your father didn't see you for 10 years, and the first time he decides to see you was on an HBO documentary in front of cameras. He didn't see you any before that. Didn't bother to try to see you before that. But the courts allowed them to have a moment to get. Now, when does that happen? When do they allow that? Because I've never seen it. I'm just going to say that now. I sure don't see that. I haven't. But they allowed Gypsy that moment. Of course, poor little Gyps. Whatever she wants, she gets. Remember, she posted it herself. I get whatever I want. She's not dumb. She knows what she's doing. And that story that she posted earlier about creators speaking on her life and Munchausen by proxy role play. Girl, you're gaslighting everybody, yourself even. You're trolling and rage baiting people to continue to talk about you. And let me show you why I love this video so much. I'll just get to that and oh my God.
Rose is no different. She's got a new thing going on. Apparently she's like cut her hair off and wearing wigs again, which, you know,
is she naming it?
It's fine.
Murder, She Wrote.
She doesn't want to talk about that anymore.
Gosh, dang it.
The thing that I love about Gypsy is that she does what she's going to do, and the audience can plainly see through what she's trying to accomplish and call her out for it.
Right.
And then she blames them for calling her out for what she's obviously doing, then deletes her social media and starts over again. It's like, you got like the whole saga, right? Like the murder, like the case. And I was like,
they're not wrong. I mean, anybody with a brain cell, one brain cell with common sense can see exactly what we've been saying it forever. But oh, you're just a hater. You just hate her. No, I could care less. In my mind, I don't acknowledge her as a human. Does that make sense? I don't know why, but I can't. Maybe it's because she took her mother's life and lied about it. But that's besides the point, right? She goes on here. She knows she lies. She knows she makes these situations occur. She knows what she did. And then we'll continue to, not my fault, not my fault. So-and-so did it. That's their fault. That's the creator's fault. That's haters' fault. Trolls made me do it. It's never Gypsy. No, ma'am. Gypsy will never admit she's wrong. No.
oh my gosh, Gypsy. And she got out and everyone's like, holy crap. And she got her show. And she's like, instead of she's kind of like doing what everyone expected her to do, which is like to like go out there and get back into life and it kind of be this wholesome thing. It was more like a, reality trash fire TV show kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then people saw like, oh, this, okay.
Yeah, it was a dumpster fire. An absolute dumpster fire. You're not wrong, kid.
So this is how Gypsy is. And then they started like seeing like the videos we watched and how like they talk to each other and being like, well, maybe there's more going on. That dude's got life and she doesn't, all that stuff. Right. And you like kind of just the nasty things that were going on the show. And then like the social media stuff and like the back and forth and everyone's like, she's the one that's acting this way, but is mad at everyone
for pointing it out.
Yeah. And then she went and like she got pregnant, she had her kid, and all of a sudden her channel was like, I'm a mom and I'm doing all this mom content.
But she was never going to show her baby. Let me make this very clear. We will not, once the baby is born, she will not be on social media. We've seen that baby full-fledged, full face on, posted every single day, and it's, well, she's a mom. She should be able to post her baby. We didn't say she couldn't. We didn't say anything. It's the fact that she lies and then will blame others when called out on something that You're just a pathological liar, Gypsy. No hate. You just are. Period.
I go like to the ultimate safe haven, which is now I'm going to do, God has forgiven me, and you guys can't say anything else. And everyone's like, That seems pretty obvious what you're doing there, Gypsy. That you're using that as a shield to like get away from any kind of accountability of the past. I understand you want to move past it, but there's like, everyone was already past it when you got out. You put them back on it. This is your
see through the veil.
This is your own doing. You created the situation. The internet didn't do it for you.
Yes.
Stop playing the victim of your own actions.
And I'm sure that's what the new podcast is going to be about.
I'll tell you what it's going to. It's going to be about how you can't say crap about my life. God doesn't allow you to question me. Oh, it's going to be about how she is a strict mom. And she's going to advocate now for other people who are in trauma. Oh my gosh. It's going to be nothing. Honestly, it ain't going to go nowhere because I don't have to say it to you guys. You already know anyways. It's going to fail. And it will get blamed for it.
Like this says right here, I'm a mother, a partner, and a woman committed to growth and accountability.
Accountability.
Not anymore. It's not your burden. What are you talking about? Like whoever is actually giving you the advice of how you should do this stuff, if anyone is, fire them, please.
Well, she got arrested, so she kind of was fired. Gypsy gave her manager. You can say it all you want. FBI is her manager now. They speak for her. So, just saying. They were fired just by the cops. That is her manager. That's her team. The FBI. Oh my God. Dane, yes, Dane. Yes.
Like you leave too many windows open for them to see the real you. And that's the problem.
The monetization window.
It is the problem. We see you. We know you. You showed the entire world the real you. You can. It doesn't matter how you try and play off this or that or, oh, I'm a victim and I'm a survivor. Oh, no, I'm a Christian. No. I'm just somebody learning. Give me grace. No. It is all manipulative, diabolical, and cuckoo. You did all this. You did. Hey, I have my breaks. I'm a little cuckoo too, I admit. My emotions are up and down, up and down, up and down. You all seen that. I wish someone had did that. Oh man, I hate it. Okay, but yeah, he's not wrong though. And that's where I feel like I wished I wouldn't have spoke about anything last night. Oh, or not last night, the night before, because I didn't even think about this yesterday. So, okay, let me get to the end. This right here is, and you know what? And it's funny he said this because she was obsessed with him and Manson. She found Charles Manson's Facebook page and was so happy. She is obsessed with red rum. She gets excited off of it.
I just feel like if Dahmer decided, you know what, my bad guys, I've changed. I don't think anybody's gonna fall for that, okay? But for whatever reason, we get to do that with Gypsy, and I refuse. Hater number one.
See, if like actually like that.
Thank you, Dane. Thank you. That's all I need. That right there. I refuse too. Everybody should refuse. And why are people afraid to say it? She is not a victim. Sorry, they don't go into the case and they don't speak about it. They're just speaking on the behavior from parole to now. She showed you who she really was. Follow the patterns, guys. Remember? Andrea Dunlop and Gypsy follow them patterns.
Some like a couple of interviews and had her and opened her website, and if her whole thing straight out of jail was just the self-healing and support and all that, Jesus Christ, the next Oprah.
Oh my gosh. 100%.
Yeah.
But instead,
she had to put that camera right in her face
and talk about what she thought.
Yeah.
And the reason I'm like even like harping on it so much is because going like what I call like the Christian grifter, it's the same thing as like doing like a political grifter, to where you like get your side and you just say dumb stuff and expect the people in that bubble to protect you.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And that's what she's doing. If she sticks with that.
Yeah.
I mean, look, here she is, like with her biggest influence for her reality TV show. You know, Kim Kardashian, and then
I don't think I don't know if they know the case before. They don't talk about that. They really have spoke about a reality show and what's happened after, right? So I disagree. I do not think she would be the next Oprah. By far, Dane. No. She took her mother's life for the simple fact that her mother said no. The mother did not have Munchausen. She did not medically ABUSC Gypsy. That never happened. It was all a defense tactic. And hopefully soon there will be something nationwide, big movie, something that comes out with the evidence to show people what really happened. Because right now we were sold a crock of SHIT. For real.
Yeah, my life's not a fiction meant to entertain. Then why are you doing all this fictional stuff and trying to entertain?
the fact that you have to like say this, that's the difference. Is people should be able to just see
has
it
to stop himself, 'cause he
and not be
knows.
told it over and over again, and then go look and be like, wait, what you're telling me doesn't really match up to what I'm seeing.
Oh man.
Just moving forward, the best advice has always been remove yourself from being online so much. Don't be a personality.
Right.
Or if you're going to be a personality, be a personality, one that you've made up, like most internet people.
Yeah, stick to it.
Be the wholesome, like always say the kind thing personality. Don't like go and make a freaking reality TV show to where you get a dog with your husband and then leave this dog you love so much that's practically your baby with him and go get with another man.
He's your husband.
Yeah, it's like it's what you don't do, but that's old news now, right?
Yes,
So
yes.
hopefully moving forward, everything can be fine. But it's
Not as old as the murder of her mother, but that's
she's like even the whole like I'm not.
I think Dane does get it, and they can't say anything. They know they can't cross a certain line. That's what I think, but they get it. I think Dane gets it.
You were guilty.
yeah.
So like trying to pretend like you weren't the whole time or something
It's baffling.
it just kind of doesn't work
Baffling.
because people have eyeballs. They know. So why do you keep acting like people just don't know? Stop treating your fan base like they're idiots. Excuse me, language.
Man, I hope we'd leave that in there and just hit a beep.
No, he's right. And he's so flustered because he's trying to say it in a way that we all want to. We just can't get by with it. But yeah, we have eyeballs. We know we're not dumb. She didn't think evidence would come out. I know they're just into the show after parole, blah, blah, blah. But we know the truth. And one day I hope they do look into the case and they're like, oh crap. I think a lot would change in their mind. You weren't held accountable. I mean, in layman's terms, she was, because she did her little 8.5-year stint that she felt was unfair. Anywho, let's look at one of her latest posts, and then we're done. Okay, we're done with this.
Dozens of videos will appear, both good and bad, to feature the story of my life. If you've gone down the rabbit hole, you understand that there is a thing called the Gypverse, where panels of live streams are held by either the anti-Gypsy side, which is featured here, or the pro-Gypsy side, which is actually some of my really good friends who actually do know me on a personal level. Now having
Oh, yes, they sure do. The day of her daughter's birthday party, Bree was arrested for rugs. Ken and her in a hotel room, high as kites, on rugs. Them in a car with their child, not properly seat belted in, doing 87 in a 45, and then smoking in the same room with their child. That's just a few. But listen to what she has to say again about these content creators and these experts who know her better than anybody else.
explain the Gypverse to those who might not be aware, let's circle back to Andrea. It is not comfortable to feel conflicting emotions and opinions based on morality. It is completely okay to recognize me as a victim, a perpetrator, and a survivor, because I don't fit.
No, it's not okay, Gypsy. No, it's not. This is a lie. In the flippin' podcast, she said her sister faked a bunch of pregnancies and lost a baby and blah, 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 blah. And people with Munchausen tend to do that. How many times have you lied and said you're pregnant and you weren't? Not included with Nick. And probably with Dan too. But just were obsessed with being pregnant too. If we follow patterns, Gypsy, that would be you. You don't need an expert. These people, online experts, are no different than half the creators. They took an online course and now they're experts. Their family member was accused of it. Now they're an expert. People who don't even have a child, who take online classes, are now an expert. If you can support Andrea Dunlop after what her sister went through, was found innocent, sued the city and won, and has filed restraining orders against this woman to keep their family's name out of her mouth because she can't get any views without their family's story? How come the entire state, everybody else found her innocent? They didn't find you innocent, Gypsy. You took a plea deal for first-degree murder. You were charged with first-degree premeditated murder. You took a plea deal and tried to set it up and blame it all on Nick. And you've done this to this day to that man. So she continues to show her, the lady from 60 Minutes Australia. Anybody who speaks out against her that is an actual professional too, that is supposedly has the expertise. She doesn't mention. How come you don't mention them, Gypsy? And Mark Feldman, let's not forget. Let me remind everybody, Mark Feldman never looked at her medical records. She can lie and say he said it out of his own mouth. When he first looked at her case online, she did not fit the criteria of Munchausen by proxy. Dee Dee did not fit it. Dee Dee did not have it. And then he got hired to do an article on Gypsy's revenge, and all of a sudden, she did. And again, he says in that documentary, What he knows about her is what has been put online. That's it. Your expert never even looked at your medical records. These people never looked at your medical records. So you can have a seat, take a seat. You are not a survivor. You are not a victim, but you are a perpetrator. Period.
A perpetrator, and a survivor, because I don't fit into just one simple box, and that's okay. This video is not about defending.
No, girl, you fit into a freaking triangle.
My actions, nor is it an excuse.
That's exactly what it is. That is exactly what it is. That is exactly what it is. Period. That's all. She doesn't want people to think she did it. She doesn't want people to see the real her. She wants people to look at her like she's this perfect, innocent little girl. Just like she did when she lied to her entire community. You are a grifter, a scammer, and you have zero trauma. You have accused 3 people of SA, admittedly, and then took it back and said you lied. You let your partner in prison take a charge before you would fix it. And you didn't fix it until you were moved to prison from jail. Then you finally tell the jail, oh, okay, I lied. I feel bad now. She didn't SA me. I was just scared she was going to tell on me for having, relations. What is wrong with you? You lie on people about stuff like that, like it's nothing. And now we don't have a right to say anything when you keep bringing everything up and you keep showing who you are. You keep showing who you are, and you're trolling every single person who speaks up the truth. And you know what? The victim, the only victim, the real victim is Dee Dee. The only victim who can't speak, defend herself, or even give a reason to why she thinks she would have done this. These creators are speaking up for your mother that you let down, that you took her life, that you were judge, jury, and executioner all in one. Because she wouldn't let you live with her and have a baby and her take care of you and Nick or whoever and drive you around everywhere. You were 24 years old. She said she was done. She was scared of you. You had already tried taking her life because you got caught out with men who were 50 years old with SA charges, drug addicts. And she said you couldn't date until you could show her you were mature enough. While living in my house, I don't care if you are over 18. If you're going to act like that, get your own home. You get your own home. You're not going to do it in mine. Because every time you took off and did something or had your little hoo-ha out, you were stealing her medicine and taking her money. I don't blame Dee Dee. You are a piece of trash human. And in my book, that's never going to change. That's my story. You can keep changing yours, Gypsy. It doesn't matter. We all know who you are. Even if people don't say it, you might have your little following of little kids who, oh, Gypsy Queen, slay. Because they don't like their mom and dad because they've said no. But in 10 years, when they look back at those things that upset them, they're going to be like, oh my God, I love my parents. I'm so glad they were like that with me. Especially when they have their own kids. And you know what? I thought, oh, Gypsy's going to have her own kid. She's going to feel this. She's going to know. She'll tell the truth. She will not let her mother go down like this, knowing if she had any ounce of dignity or decency or human just being a human inside her, she wouldn't let Dee Dee go down like that and lie on her like she has. Nope. Nope. You're a crap human, you're a crap mom, and you're never going to be a wife. That's what I think, you guys. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Oh, the chickies, they're fine. It's way more healthier for them to be born in an incubator than it is in a pen, like out in the chicken coop. They get trampled, stomped, bullied, pecked on by the roosters and the older chickens. So no fear. Tomorrow they'll be out and I get to hold and cuddle them. They're born in a much safer, healthier environment that way, and they stay cuddled together. But when you put them in, as soon as you take them out, put them in their little tote, once big, huge, they run. They do it even if they're around the big chicks. They run from them too. They just stay in their own little bubble. They're like their own little fam. I promise you, they're very well taken care of. And a lot of people want to have their own eggs. And we never have a shortage of eggs ever. But she's raising them for friends and co-workers. They all want to have their own, little chickens. So my lips are dry so bad, but yeah. That's why we have chickens. We're giving them to people who want them, and they're going to be very well taken care of. That's all I can tell you. All right, you guys. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Let me shout out some amazing people. You never have to do this, but I do appreciate you. Thank you, MZ the Elder, Sophia R6996. Sophia, you are such a sweet person. You always, and I see you support so many people. So does our Forest. Rebecca, you do too. I love you guys. You are always supporting so many content creators. Y'all are amazing. Thank you, Bella Scott, 6478. Mad Max Lee, thank you for your super. Jessica Cortez, thank you for yours. And Lil Miss Dangerous, thank you for your super also. And of course, I know I said it on a post, but Miss R Forest 304. Thank you again, Rebecca. You guys are amazing. I can't even say thank you and explain. Just y'all being here, I truly do. So when I started, again, I was up 18 hours. I'd only had a few hours of sleep the night before. I started seeing, and then of course, I got a comment that my sound was messed up. That wasn't a negative comment, because that's why I made sure I said, this isn't about you, I promise. Because I said that in the video. That was not about the negativity. I was overwhelmed trying to fix that. And then a bunch of negative comments came in. So I didn't take that as a negativity. I was overwhelmed because on my end, it sounded normal. It sounded fine. Hopefully this worked. I guess me turning the mic on and off is really a irritation for some people. So I'll fix that. But that's not what you were talking about. I know yours was a glitch. And then I just started deleting comments about it. I'm like, I'm trying to figure it out. Geez, I'm trying. And then it wasn't that. Then it was all the other negative comments started, and I started deleting a bunch of those. Usually it's just a bunch of, hey, how are you? Hey, Mandy, nothing really even about the video. It's always just a bunch of heys and me just whatever you did for the day, or hope you had a good day, stuff like that. I try to respond to everybody because that's important to me. And I had like 4 comments that were normal, and then after that it was just back to back to back to back negative comments, and I started deleting comments, replying to some, deleting some, replying to some, and I'm like, I just shouldn't be doing this. Because I was tired. I wasn't in a good headspace. I really wasn't. I shouldn't have made the video. So when I do that, I guess you could say it's kind of like, I don't know, manic or something, because I know I feel embarrassed about those videos. So I try to do a super upbeat video, the next one, so that I don't get judged. You know, we all have trauma. We all deal with it. Those days, I just need to step back. And that's why I didn't post yesterday. I didn't comment. I didn't get into the comments. Nothing like that. Nothing. I just meant, I see a lot of comments, and it's not like criticizing. It's just straight negative comments about, you need to stop talking about Gypsy. Why do you only do Gypsy content? I'm burnt out on Gypsy. You're the one that keeps talking about her. You're making her. And then there's a lot of people that say that in a much different way. Like, I agree. We do need, we do need more, like, moments where we don't talk about her. But then if you don't talk about her, then no one's speaking for Dee Dee. You have a lot of people in that. These comments weren't that. It was just, why is your content just this? Why I'm burnt out on Gypsy? Blah, 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 blah. Back to back to back. And and then I can look at a different video, and those same people that commented that are in another video. Keep spreading the word with Gypsy. I know. Blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, for me, if you're burnt out on it, why are you in other videos like hyping and praising and keep spreading the truth? She's a blah, blah, blah. She deserves to be called out. Blah, blah, blah. That's what I meant more of. The people liking those negative comments of mine and commenting in mine will legit be hours later in another video praising a different creator for the same subject. And I don't ever see that negativity said to them. That's all I mean. I don't know. That's where I get confused. Like, so for me, it is a personal thing. There's a lot of creators I don't like, and I get that, but I don't go to their page and say, I just don't like you. Why you do this? You need to do something else. Another thing, I guess it got me a little, somebody told me I needed to do completely different content. Told me what I needed to do on my page and what kind of content. And it needed to be like beauty content or a complete different, it was like 2 or 3 completely different, but that this isn't for me and I shouldn't be doing this. So when you hear, I just deleted that one. I did. That was one I instantly deleted because I was so offended. Then I started seeing others, and then there is respectful ones that I did leave that wasn't really, I would say, negative, just more, you can tell everybody is like, where's this gonna go? I don't know. I really don't. I just know that every day we do talk about it. People do start seeing Gypsy isn't who she says she is. So, and if it makes one person turn and see the other side and think about it and say, hey, this isn't okay. What is going on? I think we're headed in the right direction. Rome wasn't built in a day. I think she said that too. Anyways, so that's more what it was. And we are done with that. We're not going to be talking about it no more. I know I'm up and down. You don't got to tell me. All right, you guys, go watch their video. I don't have to tell you who they are. You guys know who they are, but I'll see you in my next video. Good night.